What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I couldn't post yesterday and a couple of days ago. Unforeseen circumstances. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a video out, but I thought I'd do one for Saturday. So I decided to do some back testing, and while we're here, I might as well do it live and record it for you guys to see. So I'm testing out my strategy that I'm going to be using for the summer, using the 4H and 1H time frame. And what better pair to try it on other than GU? So I'm going to go back on the weekly time frame, so we don't see too much of a movement in the market. And we've gone back to like the start of the year, March times, back to the 4H, and as you can see, everything is totally different. So let's just see what happens here. So the first thing that I'm going to be looking at on this structure is clearly the market is to the downside. Let's just make sure that these color candles are the colors that I want. Let's try this and this. Yeah, this is the one. So I can clearly see that the structure of the market is to the downside with this downtrend here. We do have a structure level where price was unable to break for some period of time. So with this break of this structure here, it looks like we're potentially going to be getting a reversal, but buying into these levels here just doesn't make sense, not with price and this bearish pressure. Prefer to wait for like a pullback, double top, and then a continuation to the upside. So let's see what happens. I do have a key level here in the market for my structural level low. Based on a simple break and retest strategy, we want price to come back to key levels in the market. So what we're going to be using is the 4H time frame just to see price, how it moves, see if it comes back to some of these key levels, and then what we're going to do is head over to our higher time frame analysis. So once we're our 1 hour time frame for our entry analysis. So once we're back here now, we can take a look. The market is moving sideways. I'm looking at current price action at the moment, and I can see that this level's been held for a very long period of time. What I would want to see on this market structure is more of a push phase, exhaustion phase, higher low structure for then a buying opportunity. So if I'm looking at this as my structural high, buying now means that I need to check my range from looking to buy this with a stop loss below structure, 60 pips for 190. So we're talking about almost just over 3 to 1 there. What I'd prefer is just to see the reaction for this level first. Yeah, there you go. A nice reaction, bullish pressure to the upside, and this would work for me. I've had that reaction, and as you can see, what's really interesting and something that you guys need to monitor if you're planning to trade structure with behavior is look how these candles came thundering into this key level. Immediately, as soon as price got to this level, look what happened. There was a depletion in that bearish pressure, and now we have a strong Audi close to the upside. So I just want to make sure my stop loss is in a safe place. Let's not worry about pips right now. We're going to refine this as we go along down the line. First targets, just to make sure we can get to break even, are going to be some of these levels here. So we don't even have a one-to-one to take this trade. It really is a risky trade because we just want to be able to make sure that we can get to break even. We may need for price to come back into this level a bit more. So let's not take this trade. Let's see if price can come back into this level. And let's take a look at this entry now. We have slightly smaller stop, bullish candle to the upside. Do we get a one-to-one? We don't. We're scraping it. Oof. Yeah, I mean, geez, we are scraping it. We are really scraping it. For that reason, we're not going to take this trade. You know what? We are going to take this trade. Let's see what happens. So, first trade of the session. We just get a one-to-one on this. So, that's feasible. Let's get back to this key level. There you go, back to that key level. Let's lock this trade in at break even now, and then let's go for our second target. So I want to be targeting areas like this, previous structure levels where price is broken before in the past. We've had retests of these levels, and then we have a structure level here in the market. So let's drop this in here also. Try to line this up. First target was break even. Second target we're going to be looking at as, let's take 50% off in and around these levels, and then for our final target, we're going to be hitting some of these highs over here. So let's move this over here, and let's target some of these highs over here. So we've got this in at break even now. Let's run this trade and let's see what happens. So if price starts to stall at this level, then we could expect the market to come back down. If we get a break of this structure like we have now, then it is looking good. So first targets, second targets have been hit here. We have a 50% taken off of this trade. I'm not going to document it. We're just doing this. It's recorded. I can always look back on it when the time is right. So that's our first target here. And then let's go for our final target. This final target is going to give us I cannot remember what that stop loss was. I think it was around 130 pips. So let's drop this down here. So around a 2.5 to 1. Not too shabby, to be honest with you. Risking 1 to get 2.5 back is pretty reasonable. What are we going to do in this instance with our stop loss? I think we could just trail this below the previous structure. Now we're locking in some profits at this break even as well. 50% has been taken off and we're running 50% for the rest of the position. So let's see now how price holds above this previous structure as the break, and let's see if we have this continuation to the upside. If we start breaking below the structure here, it just is what it is. We'll have to deal with it, I guess. We could start trading our stop loss above these levels here. I mean, I don't see why this is not an issue. We can trail now. So we're locking in 50% at our second target. And now we have some more profits locked in on the rest of our 50% of our position. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we hit this target to the upside. I mean, that's close enough, I guess. But let's just, I mean, all right, you know what we're going to do? Let's trail our stop loss below this structure now. And we've locked in 50%. And now we have a trail. So let's continue to see what happens. Beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. First trade in a bag. So let's clear charts and let's go back to the 4H. Let's make sure that we're locking this off at the 4H. So this is the 9 o'clock candle. We're looking 6 till 10. So 10 closed. That's a 4H close now. So we're not going to see any movements over here. So let's continue with this analysis now. We can see that the market structure is really strong bullish at the moment. We do have price reacting in and around this level here. Now, what I do identify on this structure is a strong push phase. Notice we haven't had an exhaustion on this market, but what we do see now is a price reaction from this level. Now, I am going to take exhaustion trades and I'm also going to take continuation. So just looking at this, I could pop down to the hourly time frame and I can identify here on this structure strong bullish pressure to the upside. So with this, what I'd like to see is just a break of this trend line. If we get a break of this trend line to the downside, then I can start looking for, well, there you go, break of the trend line. It's gone now. It's gone. We have a slight pullback on this market. Nice reaction. Let's see if we get a lower high formation or to see if price comes back to this key level at all. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I think in this instance with this break and retest of this structure, let's see if we can account for these wicks here to validate this. I think this looks gorgeous, to be honest with you. Break a structure, strong bullish pressure into this key level. See price depleting in that bullish pressure. Key level in the market. Again, we're going to have a slightly bigger stop loss here. But you know what? For this backtesting purposes, we're just trying to see if we can nail this 4H, 1H. Looking at these structure levels, what am I going to be looking for? Can I get a break even before we get to here? Let's take a look. We need a 1-to-1. We certainly can. The problem with this is this really the key level, or am I looking around here? Look how prices reacted here and here before in the past. We don't have a 1-to-1 on this. This is a breakout, break back into structure. If I'd even disregard that and bring this here, so above this wick and this wick here, we do get a 1-to-1 on this. It is a risky trade because now I'm not giving myself insurance to see if price, well, giving myself the opportunity to see if price can pull back stronger into these levels. I think this is too risky. We're going to have to let this one go for a moment. Let's just wait patiently for the market to give us a push phase and then just give us a pullback, and we can put our stop loss above some of these lower highs if we don't start to break above them. So I'm going to disregard this level now that the structure's changed. We have a breaker structure and now we have a lower high formation. So with this, I can use this as my structural high. Give me a retest of that level. You know what? If I take this trade now with this wick here, seeing that price is not able to break above these 1900 levels, stop loss above structure, and let's just use some of these wick areas here. This again is not going to be good. I don't even have a 1-to-1 to get break even. So if price starts to come down and bounces off these levels, I'm going to be screwed really. So, wow, incredible. Incredible. This is why we don't take trades unless we have a 1-to-1 to get to break even, for this exact reason. So let's continue with this analysis and just see if we can hold below this level. If we can, we'll look for a trading opportunity. We have now a nice depletion after this bullish pressure. It's a great sign great sign that this key level here, lined up with this information to the left, is a strong level in the market for potential sales. Let's see if we get a bearish candle. Still bullish. We're failing to break above here. And we've finally broken above. This is game over for this opportunity. So we held on to this one for too long. So this is the 6 till 10, 10 till 2 close. There you have it. Let's go back to the 4H. Let's continue our analysis. So we can see now that this market structure is really bullish to the upside. Okay, so we anticipated this reversal here. Well, not this reversal, just at least a reaction from this level in the market. And we did have a reaction, but price is clearly not able to hold above this level. So now we'll just continue on with the analysis, see what's happening. The structure of the market is really, really bullish at the moment. We can see price is pushing to the upside. We're violating, breaking above these previous structure levels here. And now we'll have to continue this bias for potential buying opportunities, I should say. Let's see if we have a pullback with this push phase. There is no way that we're going to be looking to take trades unless the market exhausts for us and gives us that opportunity. So let's see what happens here. It's starting to deplete. We do have evidence here of like 8 hours worth of information to indicate here that the bears are failing to push back to the downside. We could have just like a really strong rally back up. But at the moment, I'm just not comfortable with the structure of this market. I don't understand. It wouldn't make sense for us to take buys when we haven't had this exhaustion yet. So let's just see what happens with this structure and then just go from there, really. So we keep pushing the candles and see if we can see this level is being held, which is really interesting. Let's go over to the hourly time frame, see what happens here. So on the structure of this market, we can see, I mean, it's bullish. We're looking for buys, period. If price can come back to this level, we should have a trading opportunity here. If price can hold above that level, we've had a break of this structure again now. So this structural high has been violated. We're looking for that pullback, retest of this structure, and we're just not going to get it. I think we held on to this or waited for this one for too long. We got caught up down here in this potential reversal, which is an absolute bummer. Anyway, let's just throw this one in the bag. So this is 11. We should have gone back 1 for 10. There you go. And let's get back to the 4H time frame. So let's clear this structure here. Let's take a look at what's happening. So again, you know, the pound has just really rallied. We've had these break above structures here. Strong bullish pressure, push phase, exhaustion phase, push phase. Now we potentially could be entering an exhaustion phase here in the market. Something I'll be definitely happy to look at, because if you notice here, we have now another 8 hours worth of information failing to break above structure. At the same time, we have strong bullish pressure and then no reason for price to start depleting. Let's see what is happening over here on the hourly. Let's take a look and see if we get a strong bearish candle. That's a gap in the market, so there's no way we can take a trade here. We've had that close of that gap now. Let's see if we have a reaction to the downside. And it's just so small, to be honest with you. It's not even worth our while. If price comes back for a double top at this key level and holds this level, then we could look for another trading opportunity if that happens. But by the looks of it, we are just consolidating right now. The market is doing nothing. So this means no to this. And we can go back to the 4H now as we're at 10 o'clock. So let's continue to see what happens. We're now starting to consolidate in a sideways moving market. We just need to see the market start to create some sort of structure, break to the downside, break to the upside. Nothing happening right now. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Not my playing field, especially for the strategy that I'm looking for. Again, this is not really a breaker structure, is it? Look, we're still holding in within this level. So patience is a virtue. We do have a final break of this structure. Let's go to the hourly time frame. See what happens here. Let's see if we get a retest of this level here. If we do, we potentially may have a trading opportunity. We want price to come back into this level, and it's not. It's just gone. So we're going to let this one go and close this candle out on the 4H. Back to the 4H. Let's see if we can hold below these levels for a period of time. If we can, we'll be good to go. And if not, then we'll continue to see what happens with the structure. So continue push to the downside. We do have price coming back to this level. So this is fantastic. This is a beautiful break and then a pullback to this level. Let's see if we get a trading opportunity with some sort of bearish pressure here. Nice wick rejection, push into the upside, downside. No, not happening. just not happening. Again, let's have one. Oh, jeez, on peas. Okay. So this is done, guys. I'm done with today's analysis. I'm just tired of it. Let's come back. New morning, new day. This is a new trading day. Let's take a look at what's happening with the market structure. So we've had this break below structure. We can clearly see that now we've broken below this previous structure. We can safely say we've broken out of this range. I'm almost sure of that. And now we have a lower high formation here. So we'll be looking for selling opportunities. Just checking our ranges though. We cannot sell into this level here. You see price hasn't broken it for a very long period of time. So let's see if we get a break close below this structure. And if we do, look for some potential selling opportunities. Well, that was definitely a fake out. Close back into structure. So there's a no-go here. We could be seeing a double bottom here on this structure, but we want to see this high being broken first before we start switching our bias to buys. Okay. So a lot is happening in terms of behavior and it's becoming a bit confusing. But in terms of current behavior, we can see a break close above structure here. We do have a wick rejection, so we'd like to see price leave this area first, then come back. You see how price broke back in, but anyway, the bulls are showing dominance right now. Let's see if we get a retest of this area, because if we do, we could say now safely we violate these highs, made our higher lows, and if we get a retest of these levels, I'd be more satisfied to see price come in and around here, to be honest with you, than I would that retest level. So let's mark this like this. I already know we have the break. And there you go. And then let's see. This is strong bullish pressure. Has price dug deep? Well, look, first and foremost, what's going to stop me taking this trade is range. So I don't have a one-to-one here. We need price to dig deep into this level. So let's see what happens. Come on. Get back to this level. Oh, I do like this. Now look how price broke above this structure. We see here now the price has created a trading opportunity because we've got a key level that price is respecting. And look where the candle has closed here on this trade. Now, look what happens to our range. Stop loss below structure and a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Simple. This is 2.27, so we're good to go for our first targets here on this trade. This is a 7 o'clock close. So when we get to 10, we'll go to the 4 hour. And then we'll try and look for some targets. Oh, suffered some drawdown, but that key level was still holding. Okay, so now we can lock this in at break even. Let's make sure that we have, yes, a 2 o'clock close. So let's go to 4. And then let's start to look for our second target now. So we do see prices reacted in and around this level. I mean, this is not too far. To be honest with you, we could go for this target here. This will give us a very nice trading opportunity. I think once price gets to this level, we're going to see at least stall or a reversal on this market. So let's just target this as our main level here. Target 1 has been hit. What I'm going to do in terms of management, well, we're at break even. Let's whip off 50% on this. I mean, we're already halfway through this trade, and let's see what our trade was looking like when we had our stop loss in place. So just below structure, oh my goodness, this is mahoosive. This is a 4.2 risk reward ratio trade. We're definitely taking off some profits here. I think it's time now to lock this trade in at break-even profits. It's safe to say. And then let's see what happens with this finale. Oh, this is not what I want to see right now, a rollover. Let's trail our stops below these levels here now. There's no point giving away this profit. If I can see prices rolling over, and I can see prices holding above this level at least for a period of 12 hours. If it breaks it, then I know I'm in the wrong trade. If it doesn't, do we get stopped out on this? Let's be realistic. It's controversial because I don't know how many people are going to watch this now and say you got stopped out by spreads. But you know what? If you're using a raw spread account with a broker with raw spreads, then you should be fine. For this example, let's just say we've been stopped out of this trade, which is an absolute bummer, but yeah, and it did go on to hit take profit. Kind of pissed about that, to be honest with you. Oops, I'd have to edit that out, but all right, so we've come back to this key level in the market now. Let's make sure that we don't have any candle reactions. Let's remove one candle so we get back to the 4H close, and let's go back to the 4H close. So this is a strong key level in the market. In all honesty, I would be looking for some sells here. This is bullish structure, push face market, break above structure high, bullish pressure into this level. Let's see if we get a depletion on the hourly time frame, which is some sort of wick rejection, something like this. This really tickles my fancy, to be honest with you. And we're really high into this level. No. Look at the key level over here. We still could come back to these levels here as like a fake out and a break back into structure. Let's see if we get a bearish candle. Now, this does look good, but look at our range if we plan to sell this. Entry here, range here. I mean, is this really feasible? Let's see if we can... Oh, well, good. We didn't take that trade. Let's see if we can get a... Oh, geez. There you go. Done. I'm finished with this crap. So let's move on to number 4. And candles closed at this level again. So we have a wick rejection. I mean, look, we're back at this key level. There's honestly no reason why we can't look for a sell here again. Let's go back. On the hourly, we've broken above for the first time and closed. Let's see if we get another reaction from this level. This is not the reaction I want. Now, why am I still looking for sells? This looks like a beautiful break and retest of this structure. Forget the data to the left right now. Look at this. We have the break above highs here, retest the structure, break above highs here, retest the structure. Let's take this. No, we've broken above this now. Come on, get out of here. Let's take this trade as a buy. I'm feeling it. I like it. Strong bullish pressure, bearish pressure into this structure. And how is this candle closing? I don't have any structure to work with to the left. If I use this, well, no, it's not too bad. If it's too big in terms of range, stop loss below the key level here. And let's go for a 1-to-1, at least for a break-even trade. I like it. Let's see what happens. We're retesting that level, which is something we want to see. And we've had a breakout, break back in. We are not breaking above this level, guys. We are not breaking above it. This could mean bad news. And this is the 6. Let's go back 1, just so I can mark a level and I don't cheat to see what happens. Let's go to the 4H. And I just want to see where this key level is on this market. We're reacting at this level, man. Whoa. Jeez. This was the previous. This was the break above the high. And where is this level here? I mean, if this is the level that's created, this should create this higher low on the hourly, which we do have. Technically, then, we should not break this structure. In theory, based on an uptrend, higher lows, we should not break this structure. Sweating me out. Sweating me out. And this is not a trade you want to be sitting in at all. You know what? Being disciplined, the fact that we're not breaking these levels, the fact that price has put us back into profit, let's close this trade out. I'm done with it. I'm through. This is 12 o'clock. Let's do 2 more. I'm done with it, right? It's closed. We're break even on this trade. Let's say break even on this trade. And done. 4H. In order for me to take trades, I want to be satisfied now that we are violating these structures, because we're just not doing that. And for continued buys, that's what I'm going to want to see. So let's see if we get some violations. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Look at this. Not satisfied, close a trade, break even, boom. Would we have been stopped out on this? Where was our stop loss? Can't even remember now. I'm not even sure if we'd have been stopped out. I don't know. By the looks of it, it looks pretty extreme. It looks like we would have been, but anywho, let's continue on with this analysis with this sideways moving rubbish. So let's continue. So we have continue push to the upside here. Woo! Now we're talking a whole heap of madness. This has got to be some sort of news here. This was 2 o'clock New York open candle. And then now you can see the market has just literally pumped to the upside. Let's see if we get a correction on this market. We have a retest of this level. Let's go to the hourly. I'm feeling this. If this retest is going to hold, let's see if... What am I waiting for? Bullish, bullish. One more candle with a wick rejection. Nah, let's take this trade. I'm good to go for this. Stop loss below this structure here. And let's see what happens. 1-to-1. Oh, we're stretching it fine again, but let's go for this trade. Stop loss is below this previous higher low. Let's see what happens here. We have... Oh, baby, come on. One more candle. No, you know what? With this reaction at this level, we have to be realistic. Are we going to risk our well, forget the profits, but are we going to risk our risk to see if price now will be able to peak this level once we see a reaction? Absolutely not. Let's lock this in at break even. Let's see if we hit this. We hit it. Let's go. So now let's hit some targets. Candles closed, so no cheating. Oh, maybe. So there you go. We know we hit break even on this trade now. Yeah, there you go. Break even, because I thought it was 6 o'clock, but there you go. It still moved on the 4H. That's the first time it's happened. But there you go. Break even trade again. What are we sitting at with this? What are we sitting at? Oh, I deleted the first one. Oh, I don't even know. Good thing it's recorded. All right, let's continue with the 4H. I think this candle must be closed now. Yeah. All right, so this is looking like a whole heap of madness right now. So we had price failing to break above this structure for quite some time. Over here, we've had this break above this structure. We have this level created in the market for this double bottom. We have this continued bullish pressure to the upside. We failed to break above this structure, created that higher low. Now we have a break above structure. Unfortunately, I think we got into a very good position here for buying opportunities, but we just got stopped out break even. We haven't got any structure to work with, and I'm not going back to the left. No way, you're having a bubble. So key level on the 4H I'm looking for is a break above this structure strong for continued buys. I mean, would that satisfy me? Do we really have that break above structure? Oh, man, we do now. So let's head over to the hourly time frame. Beautiful break above structure. I mean, this is a trending market right now, so pretty easy to trade. Looking for price to come back or create some sort of like this. Wick rejections. Higher low created. Let's take this trade, man. There's nothing. No reason why we can't take this one for a higher low. Okay. Bish bosh bash 1-to-1 for break even trade. We'll go for second targets after this if we get there. 1-to-1. Nice. Holding the level again. Oh, geez. That's a stop loss. That for sure is a stop loss. Oh! Look at that, man. Just peaked my previous level here. I think I'm going to reload on this. I'm going to reload on this. Let's reload on this. And now we have the stop hunt wick, as they call it. And let's go for our 1-to-1 back to these levels here, which we certainly do have. Because we're spying this at the low of this candle here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now I wish I knew how many trades we'd won. So we've had 2 stop losses in a row. I've been chasing this. This is not a good sign. Chasing. All right, we're going to have to wrap this one up at 1, 2. Yep, thank you. Just fly up, why don't you? And candle close. This is unbelievable, but anyway. Why did I not wait for price to come back to this level to retest it? What an absolute donkey. All right. So we see the market is now continuing to push to the upside. Now, come on now. This market structure is just pushed so much for so long. Like, how long can you push? This is an area we're seeing market react to now. So I'm going to identify this. Next thing I'm going to identify here is... No, let's undo that because we want to see that we lost that. Right. Price reacting from this level. Let's get more confirmation of this strong push phase. We need to have an exhaustion on this market. We just need to. Bearish candle. We're not going to sell this. I want to see strong bearish to the downside. Oh yeah. If I was to take this trade, I wish this candle was closed so I could see it on the 4H. But if I was to take this trade with a stop loss above this structure, would I get a 1-to-1 before I get to like this reaction area here? I'm really not gonna, you know. Oh man. Alright. You see? Now I've taken 2 losses in a row. I've gone a bit quiet. I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, let's see if we can pull back here for a sell stop. If we can get a sell stop, then we can get a 1-to-1 by the time price gets, sorry, a sell limit. We can get a 1-to-1 if price comes back here. So let's see if we can get a pullback for an entry. Gone. See you later. Bye bye. Okay. Removed. And let's continue with this analysis. So this is a 6 close. This should be a candle close. No, it's not. What's happening here? This is supposed to be a 6 close. This is 5 to 6 close. Okay. Alright, let's just do this. No, let's just forget it. We'll get rid of this. 1, 2, 3. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. 9, 10 close. Yep, that's it. So back over here. So, boy, I mean, we just didn't get that trade. The stop loss range did not give us enough to get to 1-to-1 here. And at the same time, we never had that pullback. So we just missed that. Well, we didn't miss the whole move. We just didn't get into that move at all. Whatever. Let's continue with the analysis then. We have a strong push phase market. I can see a trend line's been broken on this structure, which is clearly fine. Looking for those pullbacks, key levels in the market. Let's see what happens. And let's just go from here. We're not going to pull back, are we? There's our pullback. It's not enough though. We need a strong candle close with a wick rejection, something like this. This could create the lower high. So now I can visualize the market as a downtrend. Let's go to the hourly time frame. Oh, this is looking so gorgeous. If I was to take this trade now, do I get a 1-to-1 by the time price gets back down to here? I do, you know. I'm taking this trade. There's no such thing as a perfect entry, but there is such thing as management. And for sure, this looks like management for me. It just looks gorgeous. You know, we just had strong bearish pressure to the downside. We've had this wick, this trend line break, and now we have this potential trend change with structural high, lower low, lower high. Let's take this trade. We're sitting in some drawdown at the moment. Yeah, we are moving sideways again. Let's lock this stop loss in at half. Let's not just risk the whole thing. If you're not going to go down, then you're not going to go down, are you? You are going down. Oh, thank goodness for this. Okay, so this has gone down. This is a 4 close. So we need this candle to be now the 6 close. So this is 5 till 6. We can go back to the 4H now. We've got this trade into break even. So this is all good for us at this stage. Let's look for some second targets on this. We're looking for some of these structural levels here for a second target. Down dog. We've already had that reaction. And this is for a final target. Structure levels here. Why I'm drawing these levels is because this is where the market could be reacting the most when it gets to it. And I just want to make sure that I'm managing it more than anything. It's not so much, oh yeah, this is where the market's going to go. It's just for management purposes. So let's draw in our target 1 and target 2 here. I mean, it's a shame that we've had to see this happen, but because we could have tried too much talking, man. Let's just take the down trade, okay? So first level here, we've had this reaction. Second, this is going to be our final target on this. And then let's check the stop loss on this. Where was the stop loss? Was it above this level? I think so. A 1 to 2, risking 1 for 2. It's not too shabby. Let's see what happens. We are pulling back now, guys. We're probably going to get a break-even trade, and we get a break-even trade. Okay. You know, it happens, and we just keep moving on. I think we're still up on this session. I'm almost sure we're still up. I think we had 2 wins, 1 break-even, 2 break-evens, 2 losses. So technically, from a risk-reward ratio perspective, we're still up. Let's see if we get a reaction from this level. This is a very nice reaction. We see prices made a double top here. We did break the structure. We could reload from this level and take this trade. It looks like a good opportunity. We have a better stop loss here. A nice 1-to-1 range here. And we can still go for our target 2 and target 3 down at these structure levels with a nice 1-to-3 risk-reward ratio. I'm going to wrap this up on this trade. I think we've been on this session for quite some time now. And I have to edit out that naughty word that I said, for goodness sake. So let's wrap this up. Break-even trade is where? Let's keep it real. Break-even trade here. And let's see what happens. Break-even trade here. So let's lock this in at break even. And second targets. Smashed. The market has created a lower high. Now, let's see if we get a push to the downside off of this. Straight up. And another break-even trade. Woo! We ain't losing no money, baby. That's the main point. Jeez. All right. Let's see if we come back into this level again for a final reload. Nice reaction. I'm going to take this. We're not breaking above this level. And let's just take our stop loss just a little higher here. Let's go for 35 pip stop loss. Break even. We can't go for 35. We have to go for 1-to-1. We are tight on this. We are tight on this. Just super tight on this. Thank goodness for the Forex God for pushing this market down. So break even. Just give us one more candle back to this up here for break even. Come on, baby. Right, break even trade. Break even trade. Let's see this. We've got a break even trade. Target number 2. Target number 2. Target number 3. Oh, break even trade. Break even trade. Oops. One more. Break even trade. Okay. No way. Okay. No way. Target 2. There you have it, baby. Target 2. Okay, we were so close. Again. Target 3. Okay, let's go. We're still holding this trade, guys. Let's trail this now. Let's trail this. Let's trail this for a final trade. Look at this, man. Break even, break even. It happens. That came off of the back of what? Where's all the data on this, man? 2 losses, I think. Something like that. Anyway, let's continue to trail this. We just want to see a lower high form. Beautiful. Come on, man. Once we see a lower high form on this, we see a pullback. I mean, do I need to risk it like this? No way. Not this much profit. And I think we had, what, a 35 pip stop loss on this? It was tight. 35. Yeah, man. We call this 35 for a 5.67. So the worst that could come out of this is we take a 4-to-1 on this trade. Let's continue. Oh, another level created. Lower high. Let's continue. So the worst that's going to come out of this now is a 1-to-4.5. Lower high created. Go down, go down, go down. Oh, we get tapped out. What a shambles. Well, anyway, I think that was a good session. I don't know how long we spent in it. Less than an hour, which is pretty good. 4.48 for a final trade. Couple break-evens. 2 losses, I do believe. Another couple winners back here somewhere. And a couple more break-evens. So, fairly good session. Just following structure using 4H, 1H. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you did. And as I always say, if you do like the content, guys, please smash that like button. Subscribe. And until next time.